everyone, my name is SimValera and welcome back to Cities Skylines Snowfall. This time we will pay a lot of attention to our old town district, and we will create a beautiful university with a gorgeous campus around it, and a little bit later, but at first you see I just got right straight into it, and I copied a townhouse and just put it right next to this old looking hospital. Just, you see, I'm able to copy buildings and put it wherever I want because I use the mod called building eyedropper tool. And if you're interested, you can always check the links in the description. As always, there are some links to the mods that I use. And so yeah, I just can copy buildings and put them wherever I want. But anyway, you see, from the last episode we were left with a huge demand for industrial area, and industry is not only like these factories and like dirty industry, but these are also offices, and I love putting offices. They're clean and beautiful, so but for them we need people with high education. So that's why our goal, like the most important things to do right now, is to create a university. That's what we're gonna do. But a little bit late. At first I felt like, you see, we have this empty space here in between the old town area. You see, on the upper screen, on the upper part of the screen, there are like this all looking like European buildings, and then so this empty space is between. It separates the old town with the regular districts that have international looking buildings, and higher buildings. So yeah, I felt like we need to somehow fill this empty spot, and you see, I put this nice little church over here, and but I wanted to put it rather in the middle. That's why I also put these small roads. Actually, they're called tiny roads. And again, if you don't have this, then you probably don't have the mod that is called a network extensions. And this mod, network extensions, it just gives you a bunch of new roads. Like, it is really handy. And you see, I can have these tiny roads that just take one tile. It was just perfect here. And you see, they don't create the lights, how they called, like the road lights, I don't know. And yeah, really handy. So anyway, we put this nice church in the middle, and then like put some pavement around it and a bunch of trees, and like the cypresses in front, just for like to create this main entrance feeling. But anyway, see, we got this empty place here, this spot. So we're gonna fill it up this time, and what we need to do at first is to put roads, of course. At first I thought maybe we should put the one-way roads, but no, because you see, the roads that lead up to this university, you see, this is our main campus, the main building for our university, looking really great. Again, in the description there is a link to it, to workshop, where I got it on the Steam Workshop. But anyway, in front I felt like we need like a plaza thing, something. So at first I thought maybe we should put like the Christmas tree, because you see, we play in winter, and so perfect idea, but it didn't really look great. So instead I put this lovely park with ice sculptures in it, and I just love it. I think it looks so pretty. So in front of the university we got like a small park, and it gives this great feeling. And we got these two roads, and I was telling you that I thought maybe we should have one-way roads, but no, they're not close. They're not that close to each other, so I felt like it doesn't really matter. But now I put these European canals, and if you watched some of my other videos, you know that I love these canals, but I never use them on these winter maps in Snowfall. And you see, we have this like frozen canals, like snow covered. You see, they got like ice and then snow covered this ice, and yeah, this frozen canals. I think they look gorgeous, and I think it's a great idea. But I see the smaller pieces, they have like these weird things on the edges, like, I don't know, I don't know if you can see them, but like this weird thing. So that's why we're gonna have these two big pieces, like 16 by 4 pieces of canals. You see, we have these pieces, and so we can create like our own canals any way we want, or anyhow, anyway. And yeah, but it took me some time to understand what is the best way to put these things. And so we got these two canals leading up to the main buildings of our campus. And yeah, I will also, you see, this is so weird, like too much snow on some lots. But anyway, I will just put a bunch of trees here, and in the middle I will put like a parking lot and a bunch of pavement, again, like to create this alley feeling, like the nice long park or something, I don't know. But anyway, you see, I put this parking lot because of why not. And I will continue this parking because you see it's not that long, so what we need to do is put some pavement. You see, it's like everything is connected, the park with ice sculptures, and you see on the left and on the right we'll put some pavement, just like to make everything look connected, and like it is a one big united park. And yeah, like some trees separating the canals from this park, and cypresses in front of the university, again for the main entrance feeling, like yeah. And around it we will put like a bunch of European buildings, because you see, that's how I usually do, like put the main building and then around it like some smaller details. But anyway, around these canals, actually, we got the main building for our campus, for our university, sorry, like main building in our campus, doesn't matter. And we will also get two other cool looking huge buildings. This one is called Rudolfinum, I don't know, in the description it's Rudolfinum, I don't know, Rudolfinum, and it comes from Czech Republic, from Prague, and it is like an art gallery or something like that, like for music, I don't know. And yeah, and on the other side we will get the building from Amsterdam, a museum. So we will get this really like good place for campus, like for a cultural place for educated people. Just so yeah, we can create this nice atmosphere for studying and getting higher education. But anyway, you see this big building, it has, first of all, it's gorgeous, and second of all, it has these supporting entrances. I don't know, the other entrances on the sides, which are not actually entrances, it's just like for decorating purposes. They don't actually work, I think. But anyway, because we got these stairs leading up to these entrances on the sides of the building, we will round this building with some pedestrian paths, and you see, like, we'll create paths leading up to these entrances on the sides, and this way we just detailize the area, which is always good. But anyway, this is the building from Amsterdam that I was telling you about. Again, really big building, and again really beautiful. Took me some time to find a perfect spot for it. Nope, not here. And I will put it on the left side of the canals, because you see, we got these canals and we round them, I don't know, we put beautiful buildings around our canals, and we get this wonderful feeling, don't you think? Like this this beautiful park in the middle with canals and beautiful buildings on the sides. I mean, what else can you wish for? And again, using the same technique, pedestrian paths around, and somehow look at this, it was surprising for me. Earlier I put these paths from the church, and now I put the paths on the back of this Amsterdam building from Amsterdam, and somehow they get connected. So yeah, that was surprising that yeah, it was by accident that all the paths are connected now. But anyway, on this side we will put just some trees, because you don't want to fill everything with buildings, you know. Sometimes I look like, I see that people tend to just, you know, fill all the empty spaces with buildings, and I feel like it's not a good idea. But anyway, that's not what we're gonna do. We'll also create some nice parks here, and we will get some offices finally, because we got our university and we will get educated people later with higher education. And you see, I turned the simulation on finally. The game was paused, but now we got activity going, and we will get some noise pollution, because you know, these are like landmarks and unique buildings, and they create noise pollution, but it looks like not that much. So yeah, it's like around these unique buildings, like the museum from Amsterdam and the gallery from Czech Republic, we will put just offices, and offices don't care about noise pollution, so yeah. And then we will fill the rest of the district, the rest of our old town, with residential buildings. But anyway, see, our first offices start to grow, and yeah, see, these buildings, they look not in the right direction. I mean, we want them to look in both directions, not just, you know, we want them to look on into, like, you know, the anyway, you see, I put another parking lot over here, and you got like some empty spots in between. Like, you know, I put the paths, and there is some ground not covered with pavement was left, so that's why I put some pavement as well. But anyway, let's just put a tree and surround it with some bushes, like create a nice circle. And you see, we got pavement right next to the parking lot right next to the university and this big building from Czech Republic. And you see, we got the offices, nice looking offices. Yeah, we just start to fill everything with buildings, which is always good. And again, that's what I was talking about. There's empty spaces between the pedestrian path and between the lots, and so we fill them with pavement. But anyway, you see, we got the main idea. The main idea is these canals at the park and around it, nice looking buildings which create this like campus feeling, and we get this fancy university. I mean, that's what the episode is called, Fancy University. But I don't know, it's up for you to judge if it is fancy enough. I believe it is. I mean, it looks like it is really expensive to study here, but oh well. I mean, I would love to study in such a university. And we got a bunch of cars in front of our university, the main building, and I felt like we need more parking lots. Though that's not actually the case. I mean, we'll still have a bunch of cars in front of the campus, but I felt like it is a good idea to put some parking lots right next to the university. I mean, lots of people gonna study here, so they need to park their cars somewhere, right? But anyway, it took me some time to find the parking lots that I'm gonna be satisfied with. Still couldn't find at this time, but I will find a nice parking lot later. This time I just put this not huge, but like big and nice looking park, 10 by 10. It got like a statue in the middle, and it just looks really nice, and around it we'll put some buildings later. But anyway, you see, I'm using the tiny roads once again. They're called tiny because they use just one tile. You see, they're really small, really tiny. And the perfect for a European district, I believe, because you need to have like these small streets and narrow streets, and yeah, that's what they do. in the European towns. And lots of demand for industry still, and that's why we go over here to our downtown area and put this and zone these offices. And you see I got another like big building, it's like an opera house, I don't know what, and yeah. And anyway, and we will zone some offices over here, because we got the residential on the right, offices on the commercial on the left, and so we need to kind of like create a bummer, and but we need to separate the residential from commercial because of noise pollution. And offices don't care about noise pollution, and offices don't create noise pollution, so that is perfect to put in between residential and commercial. Yeah. And anyway, you see, at the back of our museum from Amsterdam, we have this like entrance again. On the back of the building we have the entrance, another entrance, and so we put some other paths. You see how many people, look at this, how many people are using our paths. It's just so wonderful, right? I mean, it is always wonderful because usually when I put paths, not many people are that excited about it, because usually I create paths just for the sake of aesthetics and not for the sake of functionality. So this time we got both functionality and aesthetics, and lots of people, I mean, probably they're students, I don't know, if feel it's like they go towards the university, probably. And I was checking the statistics and it said like, I don't know, 400 or like 1,000, I don't know, like a lot of people already studied there, and we got a lot of educated people already, so that's why we can zone even more offices later. But look what I'm doing right now, oh my god, I got off the track. I'm using the more beautification mod, again in the description, and this way I can put props, and we got like a nice pavilion and a nice European looking statue and a bunch of trees, and we got like a small square, or like a small park, yeah, rather park on the back, at the back, I don't know, of our museum from Amsterdam. And yeah, because we don't want to put buildings like right next to each other once again. Yeah, and I will try to find a parking lot once again. And I got so many assets, I mean, it always takes some time, I don't know. I feel like I need to delete some or not. I just have so many, and it takes me so long to load the game because I have so much stuff. And I mean, just earlier today, that's what we're gonna stick with, this parking lot. Earlier today I went to Steam Workshop just to look for some stuff, and I mean, I got like 5 or 7 or 8 mods, even more. So it's like every time I go there I get more buildings and more buildings and more buildings, and I never delete anything. So I feel like I at the end I'm gonna have like thousands and thousands of assets, which is crazy, but I mean, they're so beautiful. So I can't help myself. And anyway, on the back, you see we got like an avenue on the left, and we'll put just some buildings, some offices, and we will surround, as I was telling you, we will surround this park with some residential, and we can't zone over there, so that's why we will put just some pedestrian paths that are gonna connect the area, connect all the parts of the area, I don't know. And yeah, putting 2 pedestrian paths right next to each other is not a good idea, I guess, because again we get these weird shapes and we get empty spots in between, and I don't like that. I want everything to be covered in pavement, with pavement perfectly. So yeah, some problems with traffic acquired. You see, so many people are waiting for the traffic lights to change, and because we have these 2 avenues, 2 big roads, and we got this inconvenient intersection, and that's why I thought it is a good idea to put a roundabout over here. And it actually was a good idea, I believe. I mean, let's take a look. looks like traffic behaves better, it feels like. But that's I mean, we solved a problem in one place, and then we got another problem in another place. And that's how it always works. Yeah. So we now there is no traffic on the right, but now there is some traffic over here, and we're gonna do something with this. It's all about these intersections, I believe, inconvenient intersections. So because we got these roundabouts and then a bunch of intersections in between these roundabouts, so people don't actually use roundabouts. I mean, why would you use the roundabouts when you have these intersections? So, oh well. But I mean, again, now a lot of people are gonna use this roundabout. So, I hate this, solving these problems with traffic. Oh well, but it's all gonna be good, don't worry. We're gonna solve our problems like we always do. Thank God we have this Traffic++ mode that allows us to, play around with traffic lights, and yeah. And look what we got. Another building for our campus, it's like a facility for sports, I don't know, for like physical education class. Yeah, I'm not sure how to call this, but it's like this venue for sport activities, I don't know. And like yeah, so students can go there and I don't know, spend some time, study some, spend some time in physical education classes, I don't know. And you see a bunch of traffic jams over here. I mean, a lot of problems with traffic, and we're gonna get rid of some traffic lights, and it's actually gonna help us, but maybe we'll get some problems later, who knows. But for now, yeah, you see, we got these 3 exactly the same looking tall buildings. You can't see them now, but yeah, it was created by accident. Yeah, looking really nice. I'm not gonna remove them, but anyway, now we just connect this venue for physical education classes, I don't know, for I mean, it does look like a sport hangar, I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, anyway, we'll just separate these buildings that we got from our parking lot. And you see, we got the big parking lot right next to the university, just so students can park their cars. And yeah, we got some empty spots over here, so we will put some pine trees and trees covered under snow. It's just so we can create this park. And let's just take a look. I mean, isn't that lovely? I feel like we got this gorgeous park in the middle with the canals and the cypresses and the ice statues, and around it, and it follows up and goes right to the university's main building, and then around it we got nice looking European, big, huge, wonderful, gorgeous building. I mean, you see, just so wonderful. And if you think it is wonderful, please give this video a like if you liked it. And yeah, until next time, stay tuned and goodbye.